Something changed about the person visiting your website. Not the design, not the copy, not the offer, the person. For years, digital marketing operated on a single assumption, that the visitor arriving at your site was cold, uninformed, early in the process, needed to be educated, warmed up, walked through the funnel, and then, at the end, presented with the page built to close. That assumption is no longer accurate. AI-driven search changed the entry point. When a business owner types a question into ChatGPT, Perplexity, or Google's AI overview, they don't get a list of links, they get an answer, full context, comparisons, recommendations, already built in. By the time they reach your website, they've already done the research. They are not cold, they arrived with intent. I'm Rhett DeMille. Palmetto Soft has been building digital marketing infrastructure for businesses since 2005. What I'm going to show you is a structural problem, and 3 things you can do about it today. Websites were built for a different buyer, one who needed to be introduced to the problem, walked through the solution, nurtured before they were ready to act. So the architecture reflected that. One conversion path, one page designed to close. Everything else, the About page, the blog, the service pages, treated as background material. That structure made sense then. It creates friction now. When a high-intent buyer lands on your blog post looking for confirmation and finds no next step, they leave. When they land on your About page ready to evaluate you and find no path forward, they leave. The page wasn't built to close, so it didn't. Here is what this shift means structurally. When a buyer arrives already informed, the moment of decision is no longer predictable. It doesn't happen on the landing page you designated. It happens on whatever page they landed on. That changes the job of every page on your site. Not just the home page, not just the services page. Every page. Each one is now a potential closing moment. That is not a design problem, it is a strategic one. So what does it take to build a page that can close? 3 things. Clarity. The visitor should know within seconds what you do, who it's for, and why it matters. Not after scrolling. Immediately. If a buyer lands on your services page already knowing what they need, and that page doesn't answer the question before they scroll, you've lost them. Not because the offer was wrong, because the page made them work for the answer. A warm buyer isn't discovering you, they're evaluating you. What moves them is evidence, a named result, a specific outcome, a third-party validation. Consider a team page. The standard version lists titles, tenure, credentials. That establishes identity, not capability. A buyer who arrived informed doesn't need to know who your team is. They need to know what your team has done. The difference is one sentence. A result attached to a name answers the question they're actually asking. Who are these people? But can these people solve my problem? A clear next step, vague direction creates friction. Precision removes it. Contact us tells the visitor nothing about what happens next. Schedule a 20-minute strategy call tells them exactly what they're agreeing to. The barrier drops. One clear, specific next step, matched to where that visitor is in their decision. Not a menu of options. One direction. Clarity. Trust. A clear next step. Those 3 elements determine whether a page closes or watches a ready buyer walk away. Here is what inaction costs. A buyer found you through AI search, clicked through, landed on your blog post, because the topic matched exactly what they were researching. The post was well written, it ended without a next step. They closed the tab. That was not a traffic problem. Your marketing delivered a warm, high-intent buyer to your site. That was a page problem. And it repeated. On the About page, the team page, the case study that ended without direction. The pipeline didn't fail at acquisition. It failed at the page. The buyer has changed. The website hasn't caught up. That gap between a visitor who arrived ready and a page that wasn't built to receive them is where revenue disappears. Quietly. Without a single alert. You don't need a new funnel. You don't need more traffic. You need every page to do the job it's now being asked to do. Start with one page this week. Apply the 3 elements. See what changes. If this reframed how you see your website, subscribe. There's more coming. And if you're ready to close that gap with a team that's been doing this work since 2005, palmettosoft.com, we'll know within the first conversation whether we can help.